Hello, it's your boy Mog, and we are here with a new Let's Play series. Well, I guess this one kind of deserves a bit of an explanation, really. Let me turn it down a little bit. So, I gotta be honest, well, I was really trying to play Pokemon, because I need to get more episodes for that done. But even though my Switch has been on the charger for some time now, the Joy-Cons are dead for some reason. And you can't play Pokemon Pikachu Let's Go with your Pro Controller, so I had to put off Pikachu. I didn't really want to start a new game, but like, well, I don't know. I guess it's kind of hard to say, really. It's just been a rough couple weeks, and it's got me down a bit. And like, there's other games that I kind of wanted to start, but I wanted to wait till I had Pokemon done, and I don't know. The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles just came out, and I kind of want to play that, actually. But I feel like I should revisit the earlier games in the series. Especially because I've never done Phoenix Wright 6. I've never done the Ace Attorney Investigation sub-series, that sort of thing. And, you know, even though I've played through the Ace Attorney trilogy a number of times back on the DS, which weren't the original versions, but, like, I think they were the original versions that came out in America, and I've always really enjoyed Phoenix Wright, and I'm kind of in a visual novel mood, I guess. I'm a little depressed in general, really, because I'm filming this August 4th, and August 2nd was my birthday, and I normally don't do very well. I'm 34, by the way. I normally don't do very well with birthdays, and the day after that, there was a death in the family. My uncle went, and I mean, we kind of knew what was gonna happen, but at the same time, it's, you know. And a couple weeks before even that, my friend's grandma went too. So we've had a number of deaths in the family, and it all just kind of like hit me at once. And now I go to try to play Pokemon, and I can't even play that because the Joy-Cons are dead for no good reason. So, I'm starting something to kind of try and get back in the game, you know, because I'm just sitting around feeling sorry for myself, even though nothing really happened to me, you know what I mean? So, anyways, we're like 3 minutes into this video, and I haven't even got past the goddamn introduction, so let's start a new game. Let's see. Yeah. We're gonna start with the original. This is my first time doing the PC version. I've never done the PC version. It's always been on the DS, so this is kind of gonna be new to me. Alright, let's start from the beginning. The first turnabout. Ah. I love Phoenix Wright, man. They're great games. This is a classic case. It kind of sets up a lot of what's supposed to happen. Damn it, why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. Wow, the new art is like really nice. Like, I guess it's not really new art, it's like upscaled or something. Oh, here we go. August 3rd, 9:47. Yesterday was August 4th. Shit. I didn't realize it was going to be like this. I forgot the dates. Alright, everything just kind of lined up, I guess. Alright. District Court defending lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Oh. The music sounds a little different. I guess because I'm wearing headphones. Yeah. It sounds different when you're listening through the DS speakers. Whew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you. And your client as well. Thanks? Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Oh, Larry, that's right. Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. Mia looks pretty good in eye def. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death. Despair. Oh. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. Sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Die. Nick. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. Oh my god, his eyes. I can't tell, like, some of it is nice, but some of these effects, like, I swear they looked better on the low-res screen of the DS. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Aw, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. Wait, wasn't... No, that's right. The thing with Mia happens in case 2. Wait, wasn't that Mia on the ground there? But... My memory's fuzzy. It always is. You guys know. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. Oh yeah, that's not Mia. Yeah, she had glass. This girl has glasses, doesn't she? I think. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one. Which is why I took the case. Clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. Yeah, there's a big story behind that. Which I think the big story behind owing Larry his job and all that gets revealed in this game. So we don't have to wait too long. For those of y'all who don't know. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Oh wow, judge is looking good, man. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Yeah, his name is Payne. Max Payne. I'm pretty sure his first name is Max. And it's not that Max Payne. No. This guy is much wimpier. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright? This is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hand shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. I guess it's pronounced Butts. Because, you know, if something smells, it's usually the butts. It's, you know. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Ooh, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. Cindy. Okay. Cindy Stone is the victim. Model lived in an apartment by herself. Oh, Winston Payne. Why did I think his name was Max Payne? What the fuck? The prosecutor for this case lacks presence, generally bad at getting his points across. And Butts. And Mia Fey. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it at any time, okay? But I'm using a controller. Mia, I'm using a controller! What do I press? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who was the victim in this case? Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Yeah, Cinderblock. I'd answer falsely just to kind of see what happens, but usually when you answer false, you get a strike against you, and then so many strikes, it's the end of the game. And sometimes this game is a little obtuse in how it wants you to explain what happened. So, you know. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was... I missed this, but I'm pretty sure it was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor? As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Let's see. Statue added to the court record. Statue in the shape of the Thinker. It's rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. Of course. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything, unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Oh, I didn't notice before, but he had a little twitch under his right eye. Mr. Butts, it's not true that the victim had recently dumped you. Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra, and Mark Anthony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls. Or seeing me. Ever. Oh, look at that. I don't remember him having that tick. Oh, I must have missed that. That's subtle. Okay. Yeah. What's it you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you, and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Let's see, the victim apparently arrived home from Paris on July 30th, the day before the murder. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Oh, sugar daddies, huh? Daddies? Sugar? Yes. Older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! You can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I object! My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog? I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Yeah, the judge is a little bit of an airhead, we'll just say. It becomes more apparent as the series goes on, because at least up until number 5, which is the last one that I played, the judge is like the same judge every game. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you? Or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh. He went. What do I do? I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth! Yeah, I was there. I went. Order. Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her. Oh, Mr. fucking Winston Payne's voice does not fit him. Objection! Sounds like a fucking toad. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who could prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, this is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. Frank saw it. Oh, Frank saw it. Yeah, everybody's name in this game is like a pun of in some way or form. Well, not everybody, but most of them. Mr. Saw It, you sell newspapers subscriptions, is this correct? Oh yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Saw It, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Yeah, like Phoenix Wright's name is, in Japan is like Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Which kind of like... Which pretty much means like, I see, kinda. But Naruhodo at least means, I see. Or something like that. I don't know. But it's a pun in Japanese. There we go. Finally, the first witness testimony. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions, when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant, sitting right over there. Now see, Frank, you already done fucked up. You already done fucked up, and I know, I see it. I see the fuck up. I hope you guys in the audience do as well. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawyer used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Let's take a look at that. Let's see. She died between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. So see, that's already suspicious because Frank said he saw all this happen at 1 o'clock p.m., right? But she didn't die until between 4 and 5. That's already fucked up. And yeah. Let's see. Yeah. And that's part of it. The other part is he said he never entered the apartment and yet he used her phone. Alright, let's go. Let's get this straightened out. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes. Yes, Your Honor? You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, Wright. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence in hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it on the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with tab, then point out contradictions in the testimony. Alright, let's do this. Let's cross-examine this cheeky fuck. Thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment, and I saw her lying there. Let's press him here. So you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes. I mean, no, nothing. Okay, what happened next? Okay. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in our apartment wasn't working. The phone in our apartment wasn't working? Yes. I mean, no, it wasn't, right. But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you? Oh, that, I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on a shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? Okay, so we just kinda... 1 p.m., eh? So, if it was 1 p.m., then Cindy was still alive, right? Objection, bitch! You found the body at 1 p.m., you sure? Oh, here we go. Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 o'clock p.m. There was nobody to, no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Yeah, keep wringing your hands, motherfucker. Oh, that. Oh, this is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sart, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Haha, we gotta tear this bitch apart. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Let's see. If I remember correctly, the thinker is actually a clock. I think we have to investigate that. Alright. Couldn't have been, because of the blackout. So it had to have been the thinker. Yeah, okay. There's a voice saying the time was probably coming from the television. I think not, my friend. I think not. Objection! Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. Yeah, whether you discovered him at 1 o'clock or between 4 and 5 p.m., there was a blackout till 6 o'clock. So when was this? You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Yeah, The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sart? No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sart? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. Man, these criminals are so fucking ballsy because they go in to testify for their own crime, trying to pin it on somebody else. Ballsy gets. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sart. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Hearing the time. Let's go. What else you got? Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Interesting. He says the murder weapon told him the time? The murder weapon wasn't a clock. Or was it? A table clock? Was there a clock at the scene? This is the first I've heard of it. Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. The murder weapon? Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Yeah, something's fishy here. Okay. So... how was this a table clock? Wait just a moment. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. Now how was this supposed to be a clock? Well, you with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Saw It. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Oh, I'm just noticing. But sometimes when he blinks, look at his eyelids are like off sync when he blinks. Like one eye is blinking before the other. Jesus. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright? It appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. You have any problems with this testimony now? Yes. Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with a clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Oh. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mrs. Saw It, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Oh, I love this. I love this. I love these moments here. They got the perfect music and everything for this. And it happens all the time in these games. Did you strike the victim with a clock? That day, I never. Look, the clock. I heard. No, I mean I saw. Fucking whacks him in the face with the toupee. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I hate you. Just gotta get hit full on in the face with the fucking sweaty ass toupee. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Burn! Give him death! Order! Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright. Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Saw It heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I asked the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ah! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sart heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sart, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! Ha ha! You forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it. I was so close. Mr. Wright? It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sart. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. I almost had him. And if only being a lawyer in real life was as fun, I'd maybe actually... I would have fucking went out to... I would have taken the bar, like, when I was 18. I would have done it. But it's probably... It's never this fun. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Oh, not so fast, Mr. Sart. Chief. Listen up, Wright? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking outside of the box. Don't waste time down in the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? I actually can, because I vaguely remember. I think I can. Yes. Wait. Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright? You say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a shadow of a doubt. Ah, tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock is running slow. I would say... Let's see. Her passport. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim had reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sart? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Well, that's assuming she brought the clock all the way to Paris, but still. If it makes him froth at the mouth and faint and nearly keel over, works for me. Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but, this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Oh, hey, oh, bitch! Our first defense, and we win. And with that, this court is adjourned. Whew. It turns out that Frank Sart was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sart let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sart grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Whew. I still can't believe we won. Right. Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry? You're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. What? No! I mean bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you? I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You? You made this? Oh, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't they make you just want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Sadly, Larry giving Mia that clock is kind of bittersweet. And I guess we'll see why during the next case. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen. Learn. Grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Hey, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. My promise to tell the chief about me and Larry will be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Well, I guess that's it for the baby case. The first case is done, and a new episode has been added. Yes, let's save our progress. No save data. There's now.